this is Nightbird Tarot. I'm here to do your daily check-in. Today is February 15th, 2026, but when you find this message is when you're meant to receive it. We're going to take a look at what the tea is for the day, and then we'll pull some tarot cards, and I'll finish off your reading with an Akashic Records oracle card. Let's call in Spirit. Okay, Pisces, let's see what the tea is for the day. I hope that you're all doing well. If you're new here and you like my readings, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want. Welcome back to my subscribers. Thank you for being here each and every day. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting. I really love the comments. Makes me feel like I'm part of your lives. Thanks for hitting the hype button, the thanks button, whatever button you're called to hit. Feel free to do that. Hit all the buttons if you want. Let's see what the tea is for the day. Angels, guides, ancestors, what does Pisces need to know? Okay, ignoring. What does Pisces need to know at the time that they're viewing this message, please, Spirit? We have ignoring, unbothered, and dusted off. Okay. I'm feeling like right away, Pisces, that there's something that you are ignoring because you're tired of it. You're pretending, maybe not pretending, but you're unbothered by somebody at this point. Something has happened. You're dusting off your life. You're like, I'm moving on. I'm ignoring this. I'm unbothered by this person. I'm dusting off things perhaps that I haven't looked at in a long time. Let's see what the tarot have to say. Interesting. All right, let's see what's going on here, Pisces. Let me see these in the camera. I never pay attention to the camera, so let me just pull these down just a little bit more so you can see them. Okay. All right, Pisces, let's see what's going on with the tarot. I hope you all had a nice holiday, the Valentine's Day. We're with your loved ones, hopefully. I know that our message yesterday wasn't the best message, but it was very specific. So I don't feel like it resonated with everyone, but, you know, take what resonates, leave the rest on these daily readings. They may not resonate with you, but there are lots of daily messages that are timeless that you can always find another reading if you want within the playlist. Angels, guides, ancestors, what is the most important message for Pisces at the time that they're viewing this message, please, Spirit? We have the Page of Swords. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles. Too many. For Pisces, please, Spirit. What do they need to know at the time that they're viewing this message, please? Okay. We have the Strength card. In the back of the deck, we do have the Queen of Pentacles. All right, Pisces. Let's take a look here. So with the Page of Pentacles in the shadow for what you don't see, I think you're creating a new future for yourself, is what I'm feeling. There's a creative situation within you to create the life for what you want. And I feel like you're ignoring whatever energy that perhaps has bothered you before so that you can be unbothered by it. And you're returning back to something, perhaps your life, yourself, that you haven't seen in quite some time. And you're dusting off and you're returning to yourself is what it feels like here, Pisces. Let's take a look at the cards. First card out of the deck was the Page of Swords in the upright position. So I feel like this is your intuitive nature. This is being insightful about your future. I really feel like looking at these cards, it's almost like you have maybe dealt with some type of energy vampire who drained you. And now you're ignoring that energy vampire. You're not going to let them bother you anymore. You're unbothered by it. And you're returning back to the self within you that has been long forgotten, is what I feel here. You're creating the life for what you want. You're no longer going to let somebody take that energy from you, the self energy of who you truly are. And you're creating a peaceful environment by ignoring, being unbothered, and dusting off the person for which you are. So I feel with the Page of Swords here, like this is being insightful about the kind of future that you want. We do have the Nine of Wands here in the reverse position. And I feel like there's some type of perhaps lack of motivation in order to deal with this situation anymore. It's like, I don't want to be bothered. I'm unbothered by this person. I have no will. I have no desire to even communicate with this situation, this person, this place, this thing. I'm no longer letting this energy vampire take over. I have no desire. There's no motivation. There's to even want to deal with this. We have the Page of Pentacles here as well in the upright position. I feel like this is your time to yourself to realize, it's like this unbothered, it's like they're laying in the same position here, okay? You're unbothered by the events of this situation. Perhaps this person or place or whatever you're dealing with is calling you, texting you, and you're like, I'm not dealing with that anymore. I'm either blocking them or I'm just ignoring them. And that's what I feel like you're doing. You're not ignoring them. You're not going to let them bother your peace. You're dusting off the person that you are, returning to yourself, creating the life for what you want. You have no willpower to deal with this situation any longer. And I feel like you're retreating with the Page of Pentacles here. You're keeping to yourself. You're creating, you're thinking about the things that you want to create, the life that you want to create, and you're being strong through it. Leo energy. Let's clarify here. But yeah, it's almost like, you're in a phase in your life, Pisces, where it feels like you are, you've gone through something where it feels like it was such an energy vampire. Like it took everything and anything from you. Whatever situation it was, whether it was love, work, family, whatever it was, okay? It feels like you're now ignoring that person, place, thing, whatever it is. You're unbothered by it now. You're no longer going to let them drain your energy. You're dusting off the person for who you really are that you haven't seen in a very long time. You're creating the life for what you want. You're thinking about what kind of life you would like to have now. You have no willpower to deal with the situation any longer, and you're moving forward. Let's clarify. Please clarify the Page of Swords, please, Spirit. I have my cards upside down. Please clarify the Page of Swords. So yeah, you're nurturing yourself now with the Eight of Pentacles. You're no longer dealing with this situation. You're nurturing the person for who you are, who has not had this nurturing in a long time. You're dusting off the person. It's almost like you're dusting off it's It's like they're holding a picture of themselves. They're dusting off and they're seeing who they truly are. That's what I'm envisioning when I see this image here. I think they're dusting like a plant, but I keep seeing like you're dusting off an image of yourself that you haven't seen in a long time. And you're nurturing this part of you. Please clarify the Nine of Wands. Please clarify the Nine of Wands, please, Spirit. Yeah. You're taking your strength back after dealing with some type of manipulative person that you never want to deal with again. You're walking in your strength here with the Queen of Wands and then the Emperor here, Aries energy in the reverse position. I feel like you no longer have the willpower to deal with this person. Perhaps this is the Emperor that you've been dealing with. You no longer have the willpower to deal with them. This incompetent person or incompetent situation. This person that perhaps never makes the right decisions or does the right thing. And you're standing in your truth and your power and you're moving forward with the Queen of Wands here. Again, don't take gender. So with the Queen of Wands being upright, yeah, you're just standing in your power here. You're being assertive. You're being confident. You're unbothered by the situation any longer. You don't have the willpower to deal with somebody that is an energy vampire, is what I keep being told by Spirit. And you're thinking about the life that you want to create. Laying here, you're thinking about what is it that I really want. As you are dusting off the true person who you are, and you're ignoring this other situation now. Please clarify the Page of Pentacles. Please clarify the Page of Pentacles, please, for Pisces. Sunday fun day today. Please clarify the Page of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Okay. So we do have the Two of Pentacles here. So what you are desiring is balance within your life. So whatever you think about and how you're creating your future, you know that you want it to be balanced. You're balancing yourself as well. You're dusting off the layers of confusion, misery, hopelessness. It's like you're wiping yourself clean of all of those things. And you're becoming the true person who you are again, the person you haven't seen in a long time. And you know, whatever future that you create, you want to feel balanced within, and you want your life to feel balanced. I feel like you were in an imbalanced state, perhaps mentally, physically, emotionally, for a very long time. There was layers of dust on you. Resentment, pain. Grief. And you want to move forward feeling more balanced, almost mentally, emotionally balanced. You no longer want to feel like that again. And you're ignoring this person, ignoring the pain, ignoring the situation, being unbothered by the situation any longer. You're standing in your strength here. You're walking away from what no longer serves you. You don't have the willpower to deal with the situation any longer. Please clarify the Strength card. I know I repeat myself, but it's Spirit that's telling me these things. So it's just the type of reader I am. So here you go. And we have the Judgment card. Back of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So in the shadow for what you don't see, I feel like this is what you're wanting, a happy home and a happy family. This is what you're creating. This is what you want. You want the balance. You're creating the future for what you want. No more imbalance in your life, and you're ignoring and being unbothered what no longer serves you. You are dusting off the layers of resentment, hopelessness, feeling alone, all of these things that have been layered upon you to mask the true person for who you are. And you're creating an environment in your life where it brings in more balance and happiness within your home environment. So I feel like this is related to the home and family. It doesn't have to be that. It can be a job or whatever. But I feel like this is what you need. And maybe the stress from a job may have been upsetting the family unit. It could be something like that. But I feel like this is really related to home and family. And you're wanting your home and your family situation to feel balanced, mentally, physically, emotionally balanced. With the Judgment card, another major arcana that is clarifying the Strength card, there are new beginnings for you here. You're having strength going through this new beginning. You're awakening to who you really are, or seeing that person for whom you haven't seen within yourself for a very long time. You're awakening to what it is that you desire and want in your life. It's beautiful. What is the advice here, please, Spirit? What is the advice? So use your intuition with High Priestess. What else? What is the advice? And I feel like you're doing that by being unbothered and ignoring the energy vampire. This could be family member. This could be a romantic partner. It could be anybody. It could be anything. Please clarify. What is the advice, please, Spirit? By using your intuition, if you don't use your intuition, there'll be no growth, okay? Is what Spirit is saying here. So you must use your intuition in order to create the environment for what you want. And I feel like Spirit is saying here that, and I'm being pulled to a domestic situation here that has not been mentally, physically, emotionally good for you. So use your intuition when it comes to this situation. There's been some type of domestic strife, perhaps. And we have the Knight of Pentacles in the shadow for what you don't see in the reverse position. So I think what Spirit is saying to you is, I feel like you may have used your intuition to be, this is what you're doing. You're ignoring, you're being unbothered by this situation. You're returning to yourself because intuitively you know that this situation is not right for you. And with the Knight of Pentacles in the shadow for what you don't see, this is somebody that's been inconsistent in your life. There's some type of inconsistency. And you intuitively know that they're never going to change. That's what this is. They're never going to change. The situation's never going to change. There's no growth here. You know there's no growth. So you're ignoring, you're unbothered, you're returning to yourself. You're wiping off the layers of dust that has come in over however long. Could be 10 years. You're returning to the person who you truly are. This is somebody that's been very inconsistent in your life. Interesting. So let's pull a message from the Akashic Records to finish up your reading, Pisces. Again, if you like my readings, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up, a hype, so that other people can see the video as well. When you hit the hype button, it puts it out into the YouTube a little bit more so that other people can see it. So I appreciate those hypes. If you feel called, hit the thanks button as well. And I hope you have a wonderful Sunday today. So let's see what the message is from the Akashic Records to finish up here, Pisces. I have readings available this week, so if you would like a private reading, you can email me at nightbirdtarot99@gmail.com. Angels, guides, ancestors, message from the Akashic Records to finish up, please. So we have the word discovery. So new ideas, people, or opportunities may be coming your way. While there is still work to do to reach your goal, creating the environment for what you want, the future that you want. So while there still may be work to do to reach your goal, you may discover new strengths and passions along the way. Beautiful, Pisces. I love it. So returning to your true self, you may just discover some new strengths and passions along the way that you never knew you had. What a wonderful message. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Please, Pisces, be compassionate and empathetic towards others. And I will see you tomorrow for your daily and your money story. I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.